hope everybody is doing good. We are in the new year now, guys. We're here. We're in 2026. Some of you didn't think you'd make it over, but you're here. So let's go ahead and let's get to it. Okay. I know that right now there's so many things on people's minds. Some people are looking at fasting, diet changes, all kinds of things. So we have people doing their regular thing and looking for their new routines and rituals and different things like that. But I really felt like I wanted to just deal with the hard part first in looking at this new year, to encourage you and just to inspire you, because there are so many things, things that stop us sometimes. But when you deal with the hard part first, it makes everything else much smoother. Culture says process every feeling immediately, but discipline says stabilize it first. That's why the first thing that we want to deal with is that your feelings are real, but they're not the priority. That's number one. Your feelings are real, but they're not the priority. What am I saying about this? In hard seasons, emotions, they get acknowledged after the system is secured. What do I mean by that? That's the truth. We're just holding on into this conversation. What I'm saying is no, we're not suppressing our feelings or anything like that, but we're scheduling them. Okay. And this is different. This is a different approach that I've even taken, but I'm seeing how important it is. Because what I'm saying is we're not ignoring our emotions, but we're not letting them run our whole day. We're not letting them take us to another level. I am learning and I am growing with you guys as I'm sharing this information, because I'm having to practice it. I'm having to eat this myself. What do I mean by that? When we're dealing with hard seasons, sometimes there are these things that just stop us and just pause us from really moving forward the way that we really need to move forward, the way we really need to show up. And we are stuck on that. But what I'm saying is stabilize yourself first and then process that, because sometimes we could say things we don't mean. We could do things we don't mean. We can exert energy out of emotions. And when I say that could be energy towards focusing on the wrong thing, scrolling, looking at something, trying to pay attention to somebody who doesn't like you, just giving energy to where it doesn't need to be. But stabilize yourself first so that you can do the hard things. Because when you are dealing with a season where there's difficult things ahead of you, or that you're just involved in right now, but you know it's coming or you're in it, you've got to keep the main thing. You got to keep the program going, and you have to learn how to prioritize your feelings and understand what is important. Yes, you may feel embarrassed. You may feel shame. You may feel discouragement. You may feel irritated, annoyed, or whatever it is. But when you are continuing to move forward in getting something specific completed and done and accomplished, you have to learn how to schedule the time to process those things so that you can continue to keep going, and you're not allowing your feelings and your emotions to run that day. I even believe that if it's out of control, where your feelings are really out of control, out of whack, instead of spiraling so that you can deal with the hard seasons and continue to keep focusing, I even believe that if it's to a point where you can't process it later, then don't make any deals, don't sign no contracts, don't call no people, get off your phone, get off the internet, get off whatever. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen someone that they're upset and they're just on Facebook going in, sharing all their business and saying all their stuff? You could tell somebody's in a breakup. You could tell a couple's going through something. You could tell somebody's family member's mad at somebody, or whatever the case may be, because they are just overdoing it. They're putting all their little business and stuff. 2020, we ain't doing that. We are not doing that. Personally, I've even had to kind of curtail my own personal pages, my social media pages, just because, and look at stuff where I was doing that and delete, girl. We're not doing that this year. We're not doing that this year. But number one, your feelings are real, but they're not the priority right now. So when you're in a hard season, you got to prioritize, keep the main thing. Contrary to what people feel about structure and how it can make you feel rigid and stuck. Number two is structure is not control. It's actually self-respect. I dealt with this the hard way coming out of 2025, and some choices and things that I was doing where I was like, no, I'm going to try, and I realized, what, for praise needs structure. Praise needs structure. And why is this controversial? Because people confuse discipline with restriction and freedom with chaos. They confuse discipline with restriction and freedom with chaos. And really, the truth is, structure is how you stay functional when life's unpredictable. When you have certain things in place, it helps you to continue to keep moving because, like we said, emotions can get emotioning, and it can, emotions can give you motion sickness. And you're like, okay, what do I do next? But when you have that structure, you're like, okay, I know this is the next thing to do. At least for me. Everybody is not like this. Some people can just go and flow. And I say more power to you. I'm learning from me. This is what works for me. This may not work for you. Structure, you may feel suffocated. But for praise, it works. If it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, that's cool. That's all right. But the principle, it's like, I want to give you an example. It's like, when you're waking up on time, you're keeping your priorities, you have your non-negotiables, even when life is hurting. Because I don't wait to feel better to show up. I show up so I can get better. Get what I'm saying? I don't wait to feel better when I show up. I show up so I can get better. Meaning, like, I know that I may not feel the best, but I know that this structure is helping me to keep my self-respect and my dignity in place so that I can get better on a daily basis, right? So I'm showing up so I can get better. I'm showing up, I'm learning, I'm educating, I'm putting myself involved with what I need to better myself, to nurture, to skill up, whatever, so I can get better. Okay, so number 2, structure is not control, it's self-respect. Number 3, spiraling is a choice once you have tools. Why is this, something that's important for number 3? Because this challenges victim identity thinking. And I'm telling you, I spent, I want to say the last 6 months of 2025 really dealing with victim identity thinking. And I'm gonna say this because for all those that are like, I don't have that thinking, I want to say that victim identity thinking, sometimes you really could be a victim of a lot of stuff. But then guess what? It's not your fault how you ended up broken, but it is your responsibility to get whole. And that's what I'm challenging. Because if you choose to spiral and you have tools, that is crazy. Now that is on you. So the awareness behind this is after awareness, continued emotional collapse becomes a refusal to lead yourself. Now you're refusing to lead yourself because you're not challenging any type of victim identity thinking that's creeping around your back door. You're using it to coddle yourself so that you don't grow and that you don't become better. Okay, so what are the principles that we really want to look at here? It's hard seasons, they demand fewer decisions, not more discussions. You know what I'm saying? And you default to your systems, not to your mood. Like when you have something you got to do, go do your system. Don't do your mood. I don't feel. No. And then you move even when it's uncomfortable. But my favorite one was the first part when I said hard seasons demand fewer decisions. Because it does. It really does. Because once you are in that autopilot mode, and I'm not saying, guys, I'm not saying autopilot is always perfect, but I'm saying there is a moment where you have to use your tools and stop crying about it, okay? Because pain didn't stop me. A lack of systems almost did, in a lot of areas. I didn't have certain things in place, so it really wasn't the pain and the issues. I just used that to make myself feel better, make myself feel like, oh yeah, because they did this, because that happened. Nope, it was a lack of systems that were in place. So overall, what I want to just really say is that, hard seasons, they don't require less discipline. They require more. And have this in the back of your mind and in the front of your mind when we go throughout this year, because we're going to have hard seasons. It's inevitable. There are hard things coming. Okay. It's inevitable. But I truly believe that we're going to have to walk in faith on another level. And what does that look like? That means your faith says, I'm going to go get tools so I can prepare myself for where I'm trying to go and what I'm trying to do. And that I'm not in a place where I'm stuck and I'm feeling like I'm looking for someone to blame and, all this emotional wreck and chaos, which we don't even got to go through, right? Because hard seasons require structure and not spiraling. That's not cute, not attractive. It's not financially stable to be spiraling. But these things happen, and a lot of times they happen because there's no structure in place. So let's get it together and let's keep growing and glowing together in 2026. Thank you guys for joining. Happy that you guys are here. Love to see more of you guys. Feel free to join my free community so that you can keep up with what I'm doing, programs and more. I'm excited to see what happens this year and how we're just all going to go to the next level, how God's going to take us to the next level. I just really believe there's some great things in store for us. Thanks for listening at the I Am Praise Network. See you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.